Happy Crockin' Monday, y'all.
Nicole and I are both in full swing summer mode. So we love doing our Crockin' and some good summer salads as side dishes. So we have a section on our website dedicated to summer salads. You need to check it out, but we're going to be showing you 2 of those along with the main dish today.
For the main dish, it's called Chicken in a Hurry, and it is featured in our cookbook and was submitted by Josie Garceau. And Jenna's going to be putting the drumsticks in while I am mixing up the sauce. So I'll tell you what's in the sauce first. It is a half a cup of, let's start off with a 1/4 cup of water. It's already in there. And then a half a cup of ketchup. Now, we'll do a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And 1 packet of onion soup mix. Just get that all in a mixing bowl. Mix that up real good. Now for the drumsticks, it's going to be about 2.5 to 3 pounds. Today I bought probably about 4 pounds of drumsticks, and I got it for $3. So if you want to buy the frozen, feel free to buy the frozen. For the sauce, you just drizzle right over.
I think this would be really good even using the little wings too. I like to do the mini stuff with the kids. They think it's fun to eat, so that would be another option. A lot of it can depend on what's on sale that week or what your family prefers.
Right. I think even if you wanted to do chicken breasts, you could easily do chicken breasts with this. If you wanted to do the frozen, I think that would be a great idea because you could extend your cook hours and your cook time on this. If you do it on low, it's 7 to 8 hours. On high, 4 to 6. But if it's frozen, that'll give you a good 10-hour day.
And then if you have the auto switch to warm, it can last even longer.
Yeah, because this one, This one switches for
4
hours on warm. So there you go.
And this is literally chicken in a hurry.
It is chicken in a hurry. And if you're in a hurry, you just come and grab it out. Chicken leg and all. Yeah. Actually, it's going to be fall off the bone good. It just will fall off the bone and be so tender and good.
So you can serve this with the two salads that we're making today, and then we've thrown in some fruit and mashed potatoes, but you really don't even have to have that if you don't want to.
You sure do.
So that's a pretty simple recipe right there for you. Now we're going to be doing, Nicole and I both do a version of this salad. My family calls it Watergate salad, and Nicole's family calls it
pistachio salad because it's made with pistachio pudding. I don't know why we didn't get more creative with our name, but...
And I don't know where the name came from. My family's always made this recipe. So, my family, we start off with a 14-ounce can of crushed pineapple. We drain it, and I don't think Nicole and them do.
We don't drain it.
Your recipe is also going to be on the website, right?
Yes.
So they'll be able to see both versions. Then you're going to take a box of the pistachio pudding mix, and I'm going to pour that in, and I'm going to mix that together with my pineapple to get that mixed up before adding the other ingredients.
Yeah, and I normally don't use the sugar-free?
Mm-hmm.
I don't use the sugar-free for this. I go ahead and get the regular. I've never used the sugar-free.
You're adding a whole bag of marshmallows. So
you're more than welcome to try it out, and I'm sure it would turn out just fine.
Now my son's gonna love it because he loves him some green. So I get that mixed up. Then you're just gonna add the whole, this is an 8-ounce tub of the whipped topping. And on this you could probably use the light if you wanted to on the
Oh, definitely. I have done that before.
So you're gonna mix that up.
This is actually a salad, my nanny used to make this almost every gathering.
Yes.
Christmas, anytime.
Not just in the summer, but
it sure
is
good.
nice cold. Okay, so in my family we get just a small bag of marshmallows. you can add the whole bag. You can kind of add and see the consistency, see as you go. So I'm going to add some in. Then I'm going to maybe eat one. Now I'm going to mix them up. And I'm going to add about a cup of coconut. Nicole leaves it out.
I do leave the coconut out, not because I don't like it with coconut. It's very good with coconut, but when I married Chris, he is not a coconut fan at all. So I have to leave coconut out of.
It is still good without it, but the texture is
Yes.
great with it. So I've added the coconut in, and then, so the pistachio pudding will have a few flakes of nuts, but we like to go ahead and add about a cup of chopped pecans. But when I was calling my mom, talking through the recipe, I had said how I'd like to try it with some sliced almonds. I think that would be good also.
I've never tried it with any other nut but pecans. But I think maybe it's because it's a southern thing, you know?
Right.
We just always like our pecans. I add pecans to any cake I make. We love it.
So at this point, I could go back and add more marshmallows if I wanted, or just leave it there. It can get a little thicker. There's enough room to add some more marshmallows, but you're gonna refrigerate this for at least an hour, you know, maybe a couple hours just before serving, and it's just a nice, cool treat to have with your meal. It's almost like a dessert, but we just
It is.
eat it, pile it on with everything, and eat it all together.
Okay, for the second salad, I'm gonna move this forward just a tad. For the second salad, we call it ramen noodle salad. Got this from my sister-in-law, which I think got it from one of her teacher friends. But she always brings this salad to any gathering that we have. It's super yummy. It makes a ton, so that's nice if you're entertaining. The only downfall to this recipe is you need to, when you're gonna make the dressing, and then when you add it to your salad, you've got to eat it right away. You can't just let it sit. You can't make it ahead of time, or it gets kind of soggy. But the good thing about it is if you are taking it for entertaining or a party or whatever, you can easily take the dressing in one baggie and your salad in the other baggie, and then just toss it all together right before you serve it.
And since it doesn't store well, it's probably a good one to take to a function, because it's going to all get eaten.
Yeah.
Like you said, my aunt does a version of this also, and I remember her waiting till everybody was ready to eat, and then she would mix this up right before we eat.
And we usually have this at gatherings a lot, because for, Chris and I and the 2 kids to eat, we can't eat all this. Now I could cut it in half, but anyway. So you take 1 bag of coleslaw, already chopped. Now you can make your own coleslaw if you want, with the cabbage and carrots. That's pretty much all it is, but I just buy the bag. And then 1 package of ramen noodles, and it's the Oriental flavor. And then I would say about a cup of slivered almonds. And you're gonna put those in the package of the ramen noodles. I usually just don't even open it yet. Take my spoon and hit it a couple times and break those noodles up, and then open it up and take out your Oriental packet of flavoring, because you won't need that yet. So your noodles are gonna be broken up, and then you've got your slivered almonds, and then you're gonna put that in a tray. And I just toast mine in the oven. You gotta watch it really closely, because it will toast fast and sometimes burn. My sister-in-law has done it in the microwave. I've personally have never done it that way. And you can also do it in a little toaster if you want to. But don't put it, I would definitely toast it. Don't leave that step out, because that adds flavor. Okay, so I've toasted this already, so I'm gonna add this to my cabbage. And now I'm going to make my dressing. So it's a packet of flavoring that came from your ramen noodle packet. Put in there.
So make sure you get the Oriental, not the
Yes.
other flavors.
Yes, and they usually have it at almost every grocery store. So 4 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. Now, I was out of my white wine vinegar today and I ran to the store, and if you know, we're from a small town. Walmart is about the only big thing we have here, and
2 smaller grocery stores,
they were totally out of white wine vinegar, and I could have gone to another grocery store, but it was crazy busy today and I had to run and get the kids and I didn't want to. So I picked up some salad vinegar. The whole point where I'm going with this is if you have vinegar in your pantry and you don't have the white wine, I think it's perfectly fine to use whatever vinegar you have.
my mom substitutes the rice vinegar and red wine vinegar a lot. So, and I use the red wine vinegar a lot also.
Jenna, can you pop that off? Wow. We're going to add the olive oil, okay? So you're going to do 1/4 cup of olive oil, and we do the extra version. Okay.
And we're doing 4 tablespoons?
Let's do 4. I almost told you to count it out like I would gauge. Okay, let's count.
Okay, we got 4 in there.
Okay, 4 in there. And then let's do 4 tablespoons of sugar.
All right. I don't want to.
No, it's okay.
It's all right.
Yeah. Now you can add more olive oil if you need to, if it's not the right consistency that you like. So we're gonna get this nice. Yeah, you're mainly getting the sugar dissolved is all you're doing.
And the olive oil is the main ingredient, so that would be the one you would want to add more of.
Yeah. So I really wouldn't stress about the vinegar. I mean, I would add the vinegar, but whatever kind you have. So, smell it. It smells so good. I just love that.
I know, I love this salad. I haven't had it in a while, so I'm ready to.
Okay, well, after I pour this, be ready to dig in.
I should have had a fork out.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and you just drizzle it all on there. You might need more.
These little tongs. I'll start mixing it.
There you go.
You could even make a mixture of olive oil and just a little bit of the vinegar if you wanted.
Yeah, I bet you could.
But that olive oil spreads around. And
yes, and the longer it sits, you know, it's going to get.
It smells great.
That's good to me. I don't like a whole lot of dressing anyway. So.
That looks and smells delicious.
No, it smells like you've been cooking all day.
So then you can just stick some of this right there.
Yummy.
That looks delicious.
Okay, so we've got our drumsticks, our chicken in a hurry. We've got our pistachio salad or
Watergate salad.
And we've got our ramen noodle salad. What do y'all call yours?
I think we just call it the ramen noodle salad.
Ramen noodle salad. Some homemade loaded mashed potatoes. Can't go wrong with those. And a side of fruit. So we hope y'all enjoy it. It's just a nice summer meal. Even when it gets into the fall, you know, this is something easy. And these are super easy for any, you know, after school activity, kids coming in.
And then the salads are great. You know, whenever you go somewhere, you're like, what can I bring? Oh, bring a side.
Yes.
These are both crowd pleasers. They'd be a great thing to take to a party or something. So
we hope you enjoy. Have a wonderful week. Happy Crockin', y'all.
Have a great week and enjoy your summer.